Hi everybody, welcome to another mindset video. This one is basically based on, last week I was going through some of the community chat and I was picking up the vibe that we are starting to feel a little bit kind of heavy on our shoulders based on the losses, based on the volatility of the market. And for beginners, for anyone who's been here for a while, please remember that it's extremely important that you build a good relationship with the market in a respectful way. So there's no good or bad, there's no right or wrong, there's no anger, there's no resentment, there's no blame. It just is, okay? Money can make us very volatile in ourselves. When we lose money, if money is stolen from us, if we don't get money, money creates a very volatile and disturbed emotional roller coaster within us. And what I like about trading is that trading highlights this to the extreme, but it also gives you the opportunity to understand why that happens for you, and basically grow from it, recover from it, become better than that. Know that money isn't it shouldn't be the thing that controls our mindset in such an extreme way, that we should be able to know how to balance and control the way that we look at money, our perspective and our approach to money. Okay, so this is what we're trying to do here. We're opening up and channeling our best emotional balance to its highest ability, so then we're able to manage effectively our trades, especially when we're going through losses. Okay, so remember that money comes, money goes. This goes with everything. We are here with an intention, and we are here to intend to attract money to us. Just because we've taken a loss, it doesn't mean that we're not working to our best ability. Losses are very normal, and we just need to really get used to that and accept it. Okay. So two things I want to look at here within the guides that I'm going to give to you in a minute is random losses and consistent losses. Okay. So random losses meaning a loss when you wake up in the morning, you go to trade, you're motivated, first trade goes into a loss. Okay. Maybe you take a second trade because you haven't hit your daily loss target and you go into profit, but you've probably not made back what you've lost. Okay, just a little random example there of a random loss. And consistent losses meaning if you've had a bad run in one day and that continues over the next course of a few days or a week, you might have profits, but you notice a considerably a large amount of losses consistently. All right. So again, losses are normal. Remember this, losses are normal. And what I'd like as well is for you to find a way on how to change the word loss to something else, to something that works better for you, okay? I actually have a very, very healthy detachment to the word losses. And I think it's because I've used a lot of colors on my charts, on my trading view charts, to keep me upright, keep me positive about the chart. So it's a very light feel when I trade. So when we sign up to TradingView, as you know, TPs are greens and SLs are losses. And this is for those who haven't watched actually my videos and beginners regarding colors in your charts. Colors are a very good way to manipulate how we feel. They're a very good way on blinding us from how something is going in the reality form. So for example, if an SL is a color red, we're naturally going to start feeling enraged or angry or upset, a lot of fear when it goes into an SL, even if it's just floating around SL, in a minus, sorry, not to the max SL. And if you change that red, because red is, seen as a very intense, vibrant, but intense, and can be surrounded by anger, the color. If you change that color, it changes the way that you look at your SL, or the way that you look when your trade is in a minus. Okay, So colors are a really big deal. I've got I can't remember what colors. I think it's a baby blue or a navy that I've got my cells at on TradingView. And that's just helped me have a really healthy detachment with the word losses. So losses doesn't actually feel I've lost money. It just is the other word to profit. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's just start here, guys. I've got a few to run through. What to do when we want to recover after our losses, whether they are consistent losses, whether they are just a random blip, first thing in the Monday morning. What are we going to do to quickly recover? You have to find a routine and you have to find a way to manage your own emotions. I'm just giving you here tips and guidelines, but you need to solidify this for yourself, okay? So number one, plain and simple, walk away. Turn the chat off. So our community, turn it off, get off it. Close down the apps if you really have to. Uninstall the apps, okay? Do not retrace the charts looking for another opportunity whilst you're in the peak state of emotions. Okay, so if you know you're quite volatile within yourself with emotions, you haven't really grasped that balance yet, it's fine, but do what you need to do to get away from the charts. If you have to uninstall the apps, 3-4 times a week, do it until you are in a place that you can manage those emotions in a safe and healthy way. Do what you need to do. Number two, ask yourself what you would have been doing that moment if it wasn't trading. Whatever the answer is, just go and do it. Okay, so for example, if it's 1 o'clock and usually at 1 o'clock you wash the dishes before you start lunch and it's, going past 1 and you've just made a loss trading, instead of sitting there and dwelling over the situation or going back in for a revenge trade, go and do those dishes. Go and start your lunch. Just completely detach from what has just happened and put your brain back into action on something else. Okay? Whatever it is, if you were supposed to be on a call, if you would have been shopping, if you would have been on Amazon, if you would have been watching Netflix, drop the trade, drop the charts, drop your phone and just go and do it. Just go and do it. Number 3, breathe. Okay? This actually should have been number 1. Yeah, when you start getting uptight and tense and in fear and enraged and upset, your breathing starts to restrict. So get back into your body, feel where your lungs are at, open up your throat and breathe. Okay, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth and just stay there until you feel like you're back to balance again. Yeah. Number 4, go through a list of positive reasons on why you started trading and your visions for trading. So I would suggest to have a gorgeous list of positive things that you want to tell yourself in situations like this. Or when you start trading, if you are a beginner, write down a lovely positive list of why you're starting this venture and your visions for this venture. So then every time or any time that you go through a little blip of loss or a consistent, go and read that list and repeat it to yourself constantly, just so you remember why you're here and that specific event of a loss doesn't take you into another turmoil and want you to give up, want you to quit, and start telling yourself that you aren't a good trader, because that is not the truth. Number 5, when you are ready and emotionally rebalanced, reflect on how the trade or trades went and what you did well, along with what you could have had done differently. Yeah, so always, even if you're in profit, always write down the good things that you picked up from that profit. So then you are aware to stick with that for the next trades. And also what you could have improved on, even if it's gone in a profit, and then also what you could have done differently, what you could have improved on when it goes into a loss. Number 6, stay away from the charts for a few days until you have found the right motivation again, with no fear to take another trade. This one can be a bit difficult because sometimes if we stay too long out of trading, we tend to fear getting back into it. Also, sometimes you might feel that you know it all, and then you get back into the trade and you're like, you forgot it all. Okay, so if you are going to stay away from the charts for a few days to recover mentally, emotionally, spiritually from consistent losses, make sure that when you do go back into trading, either use that first day or second day for demo, or to make sure you repeat everything back to yourself, everything you already know, your trading plan, your rules list, what to do, what not to do. Repeat them back to yourself. There's no point in thinking about it because your mind can easily go somewhere else. It's important that you speak it out loud so you are hearing yourself saying it back to you. This is how you stay accountable. Number 7, spend quality time reading on the education provided. There is always opportunities to learn something new or revisit something you have already learned. All right. So, like I said before, repetition is incredibly important for the memory. It's really important if you've not been on the charts for a while to repeat things back to yourself and on a daily basis. Yeah, this is a skill that you're going to keep permanently. This is a skill for life. And like with anything, sometimes we just have to revisit back on that skill just to make sure we are mastering it. Okay. And remember, trading changes all the time. It's okay to have a skill and know certain things, know patterns, know the times of trades, when to trade, when not to trade. But remember, the market is never the same. So hence why it's important to always remember both sides and to always keep yourself in check and in line with what you're doing. Number 8, very important, as we're doing right now, watch a mindset video, okay? Go back on that mindset list. There's so many videos available, so many exercises, little tasks, quotes. There's so much here, guys. And I just want to highlight something really, really important, okay? If you weren't in this group and you decided to start trading, the average trader that wants to really, really make this work, okay, will spend heap loads of money in investing on their education, investing on a coach, which means that a trader will potentially spend thousands, okay, of pounds, dollars, euros, on a mindset coach and for a community like where we're at now. You guys are paying, what is it, £50 a month to be here. Not only are you getting copy trades, you're also getting education that has been written out for you, that is videos that have been recorded for you, and you have your own access to the mindset coaching section, okay, for £50. That doesn't even come close. The amount you would spend in 1 year doesn't even come close to what an average trader who wants to invest in themselves highly in what they would spend in 1 day. All right. So please bear that in mind. And even if you are at losses, and I know some of you guys want to make up that £50 that you're spending on here, forget it. That £50 is your investment. It's your investment into your future. Money comes and money will always go, okay? It's just the flow of life. It's just energy. So please don't forget that. You're here at the best package that you guys could ever receive. Yeah, moving on. Number 9, spend quality time. We've already done this. Avoid that one. I must have copy and pasted by accident. So number 10, watch or listen to something funny. This is really, really helpful. If you know that you love jokes, if you know that you've got friends that make you laugh, go and call them. Ask them to make you laugh. Go and watch a funny video on YouTube. Go and watch something on TikTok. Whatever it is, wherever it is that, you know, you can find a video that makes you laugh or something that's made you laugh, a voice note from a friend, just go and listen to it so you can change how your body and chemistry is moving at that point. So you go from anger or upset or feeling dull, feeling like you want to give up, to something like bubbly and fun, okay? And lastly, talk to us because we're here to help. I'm really, really impressed with how many of you guys come into the group in the mornings or throughout the day, end of the day, and just hold yourself accountable for the losses that you've experienced. Or even say, you know, you've blown your account or you're about to blow your account. This is extremely important. And just to help you there a little bit more, I would screenshot your accountability. So anything that you write to us or anything that you ask, always screenshot it, save it into an album on your phone, because they will be really useful to remember at times when you're really strong, up and high, making a lot of money, to remember where you've come from, but also when you're feeling low, and to remember that you've actually progressed since then, okay? Even when you're feeling low again. All right? So just to take from this, guys, losses are normal, money comes, money goes. And to use these tips where you can, and to manage yourself on a healthy emotional state, so then your trades can just function as best as they can throughout the days, okay? We're here to move on swiftly. We want to forget about those losses and the emotions that come with it, because it's just part of the game, and you need to get used to it being a part of the game. And the more that you practice, the better that you become, the less frequent those losses will become. At the start, they feel like a complete roller coaster, but that will start to change. But you have to put in the work and you have to hustle for it, okay? Thank you, guys, and have a lovely rest of your week.